Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Monday, May 26th, 2025, which happens to be Memorial Day. Of course, you all know that each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I sincerely hope you folks have enjoyed your Memorial Day holiday weekend. And I sincerely hope you folks have enjoyed your Memorial Day holiday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is a list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment, which does include my featured National Day holiday. Of course, today has happened to be Memorial Day. Also tonight, right after my National Day calendar segment, I will have my famous birthday segment for you all. And also tonight, in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Tuesday, the remainder of this week, the upcoming weekend, and on to the start of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here on this Memorial Day. And by the way, once again, happy Memorial Day to you all. And I sincerely hope you folks have had a truly blessed one. Here's my featured National Day holiday segment from my Here's my featured National Day holiday from my National Day calendar segment. I'm so sorry for the late start. Of course, today, as we all know, is Memorial Day, the last Monday in May, the unofficial kickoff to summer. Each year in the United States, Americans observe the federal holiday, Memorial Day, the last Monday in May, and honors and remembers all men and women who have died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. Memorial Day is also a day to remember all loved ones who have passed away. Hashtag Memorial Day. Traditionally, on Memorial Day, the flag of the United States of America is raised briskly to the top of the staff, when then solemnly lowered to the half-staff position where it remains until noon. At noon, it is then raised to full staff for the remainder of the day. When the flag is at half-staff, the position is in remembrance of the more than 1 million men and women who gave their lives for their country. Raising the flag at noon signifies to nation lives that the country is resolved not to let their sacrifice be in vain, but to rise up in their honor and continue to fight for liberty and justice for all. Good evening to you, Brittany, and happy Memorial Day to you. How are you doing on this Monday night, and how was your holiday weekend? In the United States, Memorial Day is also traditionally marks the beginning of summer. Here's how to observe. Attend Memorial Day services in your community in your own way. Pay tribute in remembrance of service members who have died while serving. Visit a veteran cemetery to honor those who've impacted your life. Use hashtag Memorial Day to post on social media. Honoring the men and women who have died while serving in the military, communities, individuals, and organizations have kept Memorial Day in various forms in the United States since the end of the Civil War. General John Logan first called for a nationwide day of remembrance on May 5, 1868. The observance was called Decoration Day, and it was observed on May 30th, 1868. Thanks, Brittany. I just got back in from out of town. Decoration Day. General James Garfield spoke at Arlington National Cemetery with Generals Grant, Howard, Logan, Payne, Wool, and Hancock in attendance. Volunteers also decorated the graves of 20,000 Union and Confederate soldiers. Across the country, humble tributes occurred on that first Decoration Day. Just outside Fort Stevens near Washington, D.C., there was a small cemetery where 40 soldiers were buried, one of whom belonged to a widow from northern Vermont. He was one of 3 sons she lost to the war. On Decoration Day, she went to the cemetery carrying 40 wreaths for 40 graves. Someone placed a laurel wreath upon the head of a Lincoln statue at City Hall, Washington, D.C. In Cincinnati, Hamilton and Dayton railroads transported passengers to the Spring Grove Cemetery. As a tribute, communities displayed flags at half-mast along the routes. More volunteers placed floral wreaths on the soldiers' graves, and speeches were made. Many of the first Decoration Days recognized only the Union soldiers. However, other events included the Confederate soldiers as well. Over time, the day grew to include all those soldiers lost during the conflict. Decoration Day gradually became known as I went to Grapevine, Texas, which is near Dallas. I just only stayed for a couple days. It was fun. I was just in the Dallas-Fort Worth suburb of Grape. I was actually near the DFW airport. Yes, I went to Grapevine, Texas. Under the Decoration Day gradually became known as Memorial Day and now honors all U.S. service members who have died during the military conflict. Memorial Day continued to be observed on May 30th for many years. Then in 1968, Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act of 1968. Since 1971, Memorial Day has been observed on the last Monday of May. So that is exactly what we know about Memorial Day. Here on this last Monday of May. What did you do on your Memorial Day holiday weekend? Excuse me. So here's Memorial Day. Memorial Day, originally known as Decoration Day. Memorial Day is a federal holiday in the United States honoring and mourning the U.S. military personnel who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. It is observed on the last Monday of May. Memorial Day is also considered to the unofficial beginning of summer in the United States. It is a day for visiting cemeteries and memorials to mourn the military personnel who died in the line of duty. Volunteers will place American flags on the graves of those military personnel in national cemeteries. The first national observance of Memorial Day occurred on May 30th, 1868. Then known as Decoration Day and observed on May 30th, the holiday was proclaimed by Commander-in-Chief John A. Logan of the Grand Army of the Republic to honor the Union soldiers who had died in the American Civil War. This national observance followed many local observances which were inaugurated between the end of the Civil War and Logan's declaration. Many cities and people have claimed to be the first to observe it. However, the National Cemetery Administration Division of the Department of Veterans Affairs credits Marianne Williams with originating the idea of strewing the graves of Civil War soldiers, Union and Confederate, with flowers. Official recognition as a holiday spread among the states, beginning with New York in 1873. By 1890, every Union state had adopted it. The War Wars turned it into a day of remembrance for all members of the U.S. military who fought and died in service. In 1968, Congress changed its observance to the last Monday in May, and in 1971 standardized its name Memorial Day. Two other days celebrate those who have served or are serving in the U.S. military. Armed Forces Day, which is earlier in May, which actually occurs 9 days prior to Memorial Day, nearly almost every year. An official U.S. holiday for honoring those currently serving in the Armed Forces, and Veterans Day on November 11th, which honors all those who have served in the United States Armed Forces. So this is the day of remembrance, and to remember our fallen heroes, our loved ones and fallen heroes on this day, not just on the last Monday of May or during the Memorial Day weekend, but all through the year. So I do not think I'm gonna have time to do my famous birthday segment with you all here on this Monday night. I will resume with my famous segment, with my famous birthday segment in tomorrow night's video. And also, I want to make this very brief that Duck Dynasty founder, Duck Dynasty and producer Phil Robertson has passed away. I learned about that last night, that Phil Robertson of Duck Dynasty had passed away. I'll have a little more in depth on Phil Robertson's death in tomorrow night's video, because I do not have much time left. It is like a little over 10 minutes to midnight. So we actually started off this Memorial Day. Actually, I was out of town, but I did hear that Shreveport had received quite a bit of rain. This is quite a very wet start to this Memorial Day. Hope you all were safe through the storms that came through. So we'll have severe thunderstorms will continue to be possible, mainly this evening and into the overnight hours. The threat will be greatest near and south of the I-20 corridor, which includes Northeast Texas and northern Louisiana. So we have a marginal risk of strong severe storms. Highest risk for severe storms mainly near and south of the I-20 corridor, which does include right here in Shreveport, Bossier. There has a brief tornado cannot be ruled out. Damaging wind gusts to 60 miles per hour or greater. A large hail of quarter size or larger. So flood watch remains in effect. Periods of rainfall will continue to impact the four-state region overnight tonight. Additional rainfall amounts near 1 to 3 inches, between 1 and 3 inches will be possible, especially near and south of the I-20 corridor. Therefore, a flood watch remains in effect. This is overnight tonight to sunrise Tuesday morning. Northern Louisiana and portions of southwest Arkansas and northeast Texas. Additional rainfall amounts between 1 and 3 inches, mainly near and south of the I-20 corridor with isolated higher amounts. Heavy rain may lead to flooding of low-lying areas, rivers, creeks, and roads. Rain chances remain high overnight with overnight temperatures ranging mostly in the 60s. So rain chances will remain elevated. So don't put away those umbrellas yet anytime soon. Normal high is 87, normal low 67. 99 is the record high set on this day back in 1887. 50 is the record low set on this day back in 1979. And of course, portions of parts of the area are under including right here in Shreveport, Bossier, under a flood watch. And of course, we're seeing of episodes of heavy rain occurring mainly across nearly all of East Texas. I was driving along I-20 earlier today coming from Dallas, and I did not run into not one drop of rain. But where I was early this morning in Dallas, it was like literally, it was like pouring. And I'm sure you folks right here back at home have gotten at least over 3 inches of rain. Another new rainfall record set for today's date. Of course, all the heavy rain that you're seeing is mainly concentrated. The heaviest of the rain is coming from portions of mainly through all of in South Central and East Texas. And so this is well east of the DFW metro area in portions of East Texas. And coming back home from Dallas earlier today, I did not run into not one drop of rain. Not one drop. The sun even came out a few times, but mainly just stayed cloudy. Also, another cluster of storms all the way from Kentucky, portions of Tennessee, and also portions of Georgia, and also another cluster in south to southeast Louisiana. So this is where you're going to find all the rain here on this Monday night. Again, we start this day off with quite a bit of rain. Of course, we've seen very few peaks of sunshine because of clouds and very heavy rain. Temperatures mainly. They had daytime highs that actually reached the low 80s, which is a few degrees below normal for a change. Temperature outside here on this Monday night is 73 degrees with cloudy skies. Humidity is 89%, dew point is 70 degrees. It's a little muggy out there. Winds are calm. Barometric pressure is at 30 inches of mercury, and visibility is at 10 miles per hour. So we have a flood watch in effect until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, due to the possibility so we could once again be waking up to quite a bit of rain tomorrow morning to start your Tuesday. So for all portions of the area under a flood watch, including right here in northwest Louisiana, Bossier and Caddo parishes. Excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Flooding may occur in poor drainage in urban areas. A strong convective complex will sweep CPs across the flood watch area, bringing locally heavy rainfall during overnight hours. Areas of severe thunderstorms and excessive rainfall through Memorial Day. Multiple rounds of thunderstorms are forecast to impact portions of the southern plains, mid-south, and Tennessee Valley through Memorial Day. Severe thunderstorms may produce large hail, severe wind gusts, and a few tornadoes. Excessive rainfall is also likely and may result in scattered to numerous instances of flash flooding. It's been quite a wet start to this Memorial Day for us right here in Shreveport. But so far the rains have ended at some point during the day, just in time to get that outdoor grilling going to resume any outdoor activities. It may have been a little bit too soggy to hit the pool. Of course, you can find an indoor pool, or you can find a place that do indoor grilling. But so tonight we expect it will be mostly cloudy and humid with a few thunderstorms, and thunderstorms can cause flash flooding and damaging winds. Tonight we bottom out at 69 degrees with a northwest wind at 4 miles per hour. Chance rain 80%. Tomorrow going to your Tuesday, as many of us all head back to work. Unfortunately, the long holiday weekend comes in now, and it was quite enjoyable, especially for me to be cloudy and humid with thunderstorms, which can bring damaging winds. So once again, severe weather cannot be with us. So that's why we have that flash flood. That's why we have that flood watch that remains in effect through 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. High temperature of 86 degrees. That's actually close to our normal highs. So we'll be just about a degree below normal. At least that's better than the streak of 90s what we've had recently. We have a northeast wind at 6 miles per hour, chance by 80%. So expect storms to occur during overnight hours tonight, and those should diminish. And we'll start off tomorrow morning 6 a.m. with cloudy skies. We should tomorrow morning 6 a.m. with cloudy skies. We should be at 70 degrees. 9 a.m. with cloudy skies. We should be at 71 degrees. Noon tomorrow with cloudy skies. We should be at 78 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with skies remaining cloudy. We should be at 84 degrees. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with cloudy skies. We should be at 83 degrees. 9 p.m. tomorrow night with partly cloudy skies. We should be at 79 degrees. So it's gonna be another cloudy and humid day for us as we go into your Tuesday. So here's what the next 7 and 10 days have in store for us. So at the low temperature night of 69 degrees tomorrow, going to your Tuesday, will be cloudy and humid with thunderstorms, which can bring damaging winds. High of 86, low of 71. Winds will be from the north-northeast at 6 miles per hour, chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, expect thunderstorms in the morning. Otherwise, it will be humid with clouds and sunshine. High of 84, low of 60. High of 84, low of 70. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 7 miles per hour, chance of rain 30%. So a little less of rain chance for your winds. And the weather pattern remains unsettled even as we go into your Thursday. Expect mostly cloudy skies to defeat thunderstorms. Also will be humid. High of 82, low of 68. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour, chance of rain 60%. Going to your Friday, expect partly cloudy skies, a couple thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon. High of 81, low of 61. Have a northeast wind. We have partly cloudy skies with high of 81, low of 61. Winds will be from the north at 8 miles per hour, chance of rain 20%. Only slight chance of rain for your Friday. Saturday, it would be a nice day with partly cloudy skies. High of 85, low of 67. They expect partly cloudy with thunderstorms, especially late for your Saturday and Saturday night. High of 85, low of 67. Winds will be from the north-northeast west at 6 miles per hour, chance of rain 40%. And for your Sunday, expect most of partly cloudy skies with highs with a slight chance of maybe a shower, thunderstorm or two possible. High of 84, low of 68. Winds will be from the north-northwest at 6 miles per hour, chance of rain 20%. As we go into your Mondays, as we start the month of June, as we go into the start of next week, expect a couple showers in the morning, just partly cloudy skies with maybe a couple showers possible. High of 87, low of 69. Winds will be from the southeast at 7 miles per hour, chance of rain 20%. Now, just as you see every day, it's not going to be completely be a total washout. So there will be days that we're not going to experience. So rain chances does remain unsettled, at least due to the frontal boundary remaining stationary. But not every day will be completely a total washout. So some days we will have some areas will have experience heavy rainfall, and not everyone's going to get rain all at once. So daytime highs, what you see for the next 7 days, no 90s. No 90s. Each of the next several days, we will have high temperatures, generally in the low to mid 80s from tomorrow, which is Tuesday, all the way through the start of next week, as we go into the first couple of days of June. 90 rain chances, 60% tomorrow, which is Tuesday, 30% for Wednesday, a little less of rain chance, 60% for 60% chance for tomorrow, which is Tuesday, 30% chance for Wednesday, a little less of rain chance. Thursday, 60%. 20% for Friday, only slight chance for Friday, 40% for Saturday, 20% for both Sunday and Monday. And so what you see for the next 7 to 10 days, no 90s. Well, that will be all that I have for you guys here on this Monday night. Hope you folks have had a truly blessed and wonderful Memorial Day. Hopefully it was a great one. You guys have a good night's sleep, peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.